Greetings and welcome back to Victoria 2. So we are doing pretty well. We have successfully broken free from the sphere of influence from the UK. So this is great. We are making a ton of money, partially because of the tariffs and also because the factories are doing pretty well, because I'm able to make use of all the resources that I have in my provinces. So yeah, the only problem is iron, and unfortunately, because of the stupid prime minister that I have at the moment, my infamy is going to go down only very slowly. So it's going to be about 10 years before I can try to turn this into a colony. In the meantime, we shall continue building up our forces. For example, our navy. Okay, well, I got a CB against Argentina, but I'm not really much, that's really not much of use. Looks like we have a few loans with some people, but there's nothing in the National Bank because I am taking all the money. But it looks like my people are doing rather well, so that's all nice. I'm also researching the railroad, which will be finished fairly quickly, and then I can try and build, well, not try, I will build new railroads in my states that have factories. Reminds me, oh yeah, we did build the artillery factory. As you can see, I am able to get pretty much all the steel that I need, and apparently also the explosives, so that's pretty nice. This stuff does get sold. Okay. News from Nicaragua, not exactly very important. So yeah, steel, iron is somewhat of an issue. And there we go, railroads. So let's first take a look if I need to build any more factories. I'm also up to rank 12 now, so it's going pretty nicely. I'm gonna pause for a moment. Let's see. So we got artillery here. Now Benin and Biafra are gonna grow rather quickly as well, as I have set my national focus on them. So let's see, I guess I might need a new factory in Kano, even though this one is about to be finished, but it's gonna go rather quick. I think I have enough glass. Let's see, this one needs 8. This one probably will need 4, so I'm still making, how much? 21. So that's enough, but I might expand this one. Yeah, let's do that. Let's also expand the glass factory. Okay, let's continue. Also gonna need to build a new one back here. Tensions in Uyo Biafra. Well, no, it's ours. Let's see, so we got the machine parts over here. I think I'm gonna build a new factory in Benin. So we got artillery. Next up, we will need possibly small arms. Requires ammunition and steel. Shouldn't be that difficult to get. Or I could... No, let's go with small arms. Let's actually take a look at the demand. So, okay, here, artillery. Is it not in high demand, but my government needs it. So I need about 0.7 artillery for my army at the moment. I'm gonna be needing more once I make more boats and once I build more artillery troops and small arms. I only need 0.7. Now, how much does this make? Small arms. This actually makes a lot of small arms. Way more than I need, so I guess I'm not gonna build it. Let's take a look at something else. Explosives. Makes 3.7 explosives from fertilizer and ammunition. How much do I need for this one? Well, I guess it could work. Let's make an explosives factory down here. Actually, I'm gonna take another quick look. So, no, that's not it. Trade, explosives, in high demand. Okay, that's good. I guess that might work. That is, if we manage to import enough ammunition and fertilizer. We'll have to wait and see. There we go. But the good thing is that having a explosives factory is gonna make the artillery factory have more throughput. As you can see in the bottom, it'll increase my throughput for 10%, which is great. And I also am not researching anything, so let's take a quick look here. The things that I needed was, I need steamers. The nice thing about this is that it also has the invention for mechanized fishing vessel. So a plus 50% fish is good, because I only have one province that produces that. I also need my army, but I don't think it's very urgent at the moment. I don't think I'll be going to war anytime soon. What else do I need? I'm gonna get steamers. Alright, let's continue. And let's build a few railroads as well. Let's start off in Kano. All of this is fairly cheap. And I'm making a ton of money, so it'll pay itself back fairly quickly. Let's build some... Oh, wanted. Search high, search low. Well, let's piss off the rich. I think that's the safest bet. Because there's not that many rich people, but if I piss off the poor, there's millions of them. And these aristocrats, well, how many? About 60,000, so that's not really much of an issue. Also, because of my prime minister, we do have quite a bit more militancy, so I guess that's a nice thing, but honestly, it's the infamy that bothers me. It looks like Spain is taking over Calabar. Yeah, Spain will be my main competitor for this area. Very unfortunate that they are allied with Germany and the Netherlands. I only wish that, for example, the Western powers would see the value in having, for example, a strong ally in Africa. Like if France were to ally with me, I'd easily be able to handle fights against Spain or Portugal or the British on this continent. But it does seem like the AI doesn't see it that way. Let's try again. They will not accept. It's still distance, too many alliances. We get some prestige, less attrition, that's good. There's nothing much I can do to change this. I can't even get the military access. But yeah, Spain has now surrounded me. I think it's fairly obvious now. So yeah, maybe military access from Spain. No. And down here we got Portugal. These nations are still independent for now. Egypt will soon probably be invaded. Probably by the British, although I'm not really seeing the British do much, which is surprising, because normally they do a lot of conquering and colonizing. Because they might be somewhat upset by being only the second great power instead of being first. Okay, what else do we need to do? I'd really like some more soldiers, but apparently I don't have any. Let's take a look back here. Steamers is actually researching quickly. And yeah, as you can see, even though I'm building all of this, I nearly maxed out on my craftsmen. Trouble in Biafra. Okay. I think I'm subsidizing... No, actually I'm not subsidizing the canned goods factory, surprisingly. So yeah, sometimes I can get iron, sometimes I can't. But it'll take 10 years before I can get my own, which is a lot longer than I have hoped. But yeah, it is what it is. What about... Wait a minute, Netherlands. Krakatoa explodes. Interesting. No rebels. What about reforms? There's actually... Okay, can't do any reforms. That's odd. So we're just managing things at the moment. We got no wars, luckily, because I wouldn't be able to handle one. I've got no weak powers anymore to fight. So yeah, it's Spain, the British, French, all very dangerous. So it's very important that I have decent navy. But luckily I am making a ton of money. And we have steamers, excellent. But we'll need this one for the next level of naval base, and also iron steamers for the ironclad. Now, I gotta go look at other stuff as well for my industry. So, mining outputs. I gotta pick the right ones. So, market structure is pretty good. For me anyway. I'm not sure what diplomatic influence is gonna change, whether or not it's gonna make it so that I have more. No, it doesn't seem to affect the diplomacy points. So let's try this. Maybe people will like me a little more. After that, however, I will be spending some time doing army technology, because it's sort of very important. Alright, well, I guess I can build a few more railroads. Let's expand here, let's expand here. I'm not gonna build any down here just yet because there's nothing going on. There's barely any production except maybe in Sokoto. Yeah, let's build one in Sokoto. But for the rest, this is all sparsely populated. Barely any income, so I'm not gonna spend my money on it. It's not really worth it. And also I won't be building any factories here, not anytime soon anyway. There's just not enough people to go work in them. So what else can I do? More factories perhaps. We have built the winery, so that's good. This means all this glass will be put to use once we got the upgrade. Work control and hierarchy. And we're going up nicely in industrial score. We're still only ranked 16th. I think I can at least manage to get into... Wait, which one is rank? Yeah, this one. So I think I can at least get into the top 10, but it'll take a little while. Yeah, let's wait it out back here. I got enough factories as it is. Let's also increase some relations with the British, just so that they're not totally pissed off. Lithuania, that's not my problem. And let's also take a look at... I guess I built something. I was gonna take a look at the wars. So the British are at war with Ethiopia, the Spanish with those nations in Central Africa, and the Portuguese also in Central Africa. So yeah, they seem to be taking over all of this. No surprise, but if I hadn't taken this when I did, it would have been in Spanish hands, or possibly in Portuguese hands by now. Or, well, maybe in Belgian hands, I don't know. Also got the Germans down here. So yeah, scramble for Africa. In a few years' time, it'll all settle down, and then all we have left is these very inhospitable provinces with a life rating of 10. But there's not much there. Okay, so we're making a ton of money, which is great. What can I spend it on? I guess I could build some more forts or upgrade forts. I can't actually upgrade forts, but so let's build a fort over here. And let's build a fort. I got a fort here. Let's build one back here. I want to fortify these coastal states because it seems pretty important. And also afterwards I'm going to be fortifying this state because it's also a very important state for my army. Not my army, sorry, my empire. So no rebellions, no demands, apparently. But for some reason I can't get any of these reforms done. I guess we don't have enough liberals or something. But that should change eventually. So let's take another look. The glass factory is upgraded and we have finished this research. Excellent. So we got some more diplomatic influence. Let's take a look if this changed our relationships back here. I don't think so. And France is number 2 once again, so I guess that means the UK is back to number 1. Alright. And somehow the Spanish did not manage to take Calabar. That's odd. They were sieging it a while ago. I totally didn't see what happened to it, but what are these guys doing? I don't know. And we should be getting some research, I suppose. So let's take a look. I'd like to get more. It's sort of expensive at the moment. I'm gonna wait with this. I want to get some more army tech. Yeah, let's do this. Muzzle-loaded rifles. It'll be important. We also still got this crisis going. And it looks like it might end up in a war. So the French with Austria-Hungary and Lithuania against the Russians, Italy and Germany. So yeah, a lot less great powers in Europe at the moment because I don't think possibly Japan became one. Let's take a quick look. No, China and the US, who don't have to go into this crisis because it's not part of the continent they are in. And let's actually take a look at our own rank. So we are 13th. We have a score of 159. Let's sort by rank. Looks like the Netherlands is climbing up. Italy is 8. Netherlands has quite a lot more points than us. Spain is right under that. We also got Japan, but it's a small Japan. As you can see, only about 1 million population. That's because they are still fractured, as you can see. So once all of this Japan is unified, they will easily become one of the great powers. I should have about 3 or 4 million people in total. So that'll be interesting as well. And yeah, they have gone to war. Actually, the British aren't part of this. I guess that's the biggest power that isn't going to participate. And this is for free Lithuania, I guess. That'll be interesting. So I'm up to 12th. I'm still making buckets of money. Let's take another look. What could I upgrade next? We are selling almost all our liquor, which is good. We're not selling all our wine. Let's take a look actually at wine. Oh, no. We need 13 for our pubs, so I'm probably gonna keep that at a level 1 for now. Apparently my population seems to prefer liquor over wine. We also got canned goods, but as long as I can't get enough iron, it's sort of useless to upgrade it. We got this one being finished. This will take a while. Now all of these machine parts and all of this cement is all used for my other factories, which is great. Now these do need other things as well for maintenance. So for example, the cement factory requires iron, which apparently it can't get. So that's one of the other reasons why I really need it. But it's still gonna take quite a few years, and apparently my money plummeted for some reason. I gotta upgrade another thing. Or build another factory. Oh, you've been in. What could I build here? So I already have the artillery factory. I got the explosives factory. I'm not gonna make ammunition factory because it's gonna eat up all the iron that I can get. So fertilizer perhaps. Although I'm fairly sure that I will not be able to get all this sulfur, but I can only try, I suppose. Let's build a sulfur factory. Minority building restrictions. What can we do? Assimilation rate and a bunch of militancy, but not a lot. And that is for 10 years. Or lose consciousness. Well, I want to increase assimilation rate, so I'm going to go with this. It's a bit more militancy per month, but luckily, or well, per day, but luckily I can make use of my prime minister. That lowers the amount of militancy that I get, so I guess it's sort of useful. So we should be safe. What else can I do? This is slowly going up, the amount of primary and accepted cultures. Now, it would be very useful if you were to accept another culture, but I'm not sure how that mechanic works, if at all it works. So, okay, more technology. General blah 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 is that. Okay, well, guess we're gonna need a new one. It's probably one from back here, so that's not really that important. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm going to be searching out new generals once and if I go to war. It's only a matter of time really, but it'll happen. Also, since I have plenty of money, let's actually do some more stockpiling. I was gonna get steamers, which I will need once I start building ironclads. Apparently the demand is not high. So I'm gonna buy them, although it's pretty expensive. So let's see. If I buy 100, that's about 6,000. That's affordable. Let's buy 200 instead. Let's make it so that I at least have plenty of steamers to use once I start building ironclads. It looks like we got a bit more military to build. Let's build another piece of artillery. And more assimilation. So we can go, well, it's a whole all of text. We can start assimilation in Yoruba states. Really? That's my own territory. But yeah, let's just do it. It's gonna piss off some people. Apparently it's gonna give a whole bunch of consciousness to some people that are not Yoruba. And it'll also gain me 2 infamy, which is bad. Crap. Now if this decreased my infamy, that would have been great, but I'm gonna leave it as it is for now. I can't really afford getting 2 more infamy, because that would lengthen the time that I have to wait by almost 4 years, which is too much. I don't want to have to rely 4 more years on iron import. It's too important. And we got upgrade. Now we can build. Oh yeah, I forgot about technology, I guess. Let's pause for a moment. Alright, what do we need? Guess we could get this upgrade. Field fortification invention is pretty important. So let's go with that. Alright. Okay, and we're making even more money now. Most of it is from taxes, a lot from the poor, due to all these craftsmen, I would guess. So that's all great. I'm gonna lower taxes for the rich. Maybe they'll be able to invest it a little bit more in their RGOs, and I get more resources. I don't know if it works that way, but I can only hope. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to be ending the episode here, so thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.